China has completed another incredible super project. This time, after introducing 5,000 sheep into the desert, a large oasis appeared overnight. In this regard, the United Nations exclaimed that another world miracle created by China was born. So why does China put 5,000 sheep in the desert? Let's take a closer look in this video. Among China's 9.6 million square kilometers of territory, 1/3 is desert and Gobi, and there is no way to grow crops in these places. Precious land is wasted like this. Not only that, these deserts often have sandstorms in autumn and winter, and even the capital Beijing suffers from it. For this reason, in the past few decades, China has planted a large number of shelterbelts, and generations of people have devoted their energy to sand control. Although land desertification has been curbed and China's forest area is increasing, these shelterbelts have not brought much benefit to the local people, and it is unsustainable to rely solely on public welfare to control desertification. Therefore, in recent years, China's desert control work has begun to shift, not only to control sand, but also to earn gold from the desert. Building photovoltaic power stations in the desert is obviously a major trend of profitability, and some companies have already begun to make profits. Qinghai Talatun Photovoltaic Power Station. Talatun in Qinghai Province, China, is nearly 3,000 meters above sea level. Due to the low rainfall throughout the year, it was full of Gobi Desert and flying dust more than 10 years ago. In order to make a living, many local herdsmen had to move away from here and look for places with lush vegetation to graze. Although the natural conditions here are harsh, it has a unique advantage, that is, sufficient sunshine, with an average annual sunshine of 3,000 hours. It is such abundant solar energy resources, coupled with the flat terrain here, that make Talatun in Qinghai the best location for building a photovoltaic power station. Therefore, Huanghe Hydropower Development Company, Limited came here to develop and construct Qinghai Talatun Photovoltaic Power Station, using more than 5.5 million solar panels, covering an area of 54 square kilometers, which is equivalent to more than 5,000 standard playgrounds. At a glance, more than 550 blue solar panels make Qinghai Talatun a new blue sea. It is understood that the world's largest solar power plant can produce 1 million kilowatt-hours of electricity per hour, which can perfectly supply the electricity consumption of a large company for a year. In addition to supplying a large amount of electricity to humans, this solar power station can also use grass to raise sheep, which greatly improves the local life. With the continuous advancement of the photovoltaic industry in Qinghai Province, the ecological environment of Talatun has undergone earth-shaking changes. At present, the photovoltaic station has a large area of lush pastures growing vigorously, and Talatun is no longer a bare area. According to reports, Huanghe Hydropower Development Company, Limited sowed a large amount of pasture seeds in the photovoltaic garden, mainly for the purpose of protecting power generation equipment and reducing the impact of wind on power generation. The subsequent situation also confirmed that the decision of Huanghe Hydropower Development Company was correct. Plenty of pasture seeds grow very well under the cover of photovoltaic panels. At the same time, the water that cleans the panels flows into the grass. Under the shade of photovoltaic panels, the storage capacity of groundwater is gradually improved, and the environment will naturally become better. However, problems also arise. As pastures continue to grow, pastures blocking solar panels will affect power generation. Moreover, a large amount of grass withers in winter, And the high heat of photovoltaic panels can easily cause the grass to catch fire and cause a large fire. If a fire occurs, the photovoltaic station will face great losses. Just when everyone was in great distress, the appearance of the flock perfectly solved the problem. In fact, the main cause of desertification in Qinghai is overgrazing. As Talaton's green space continues to decrease, the survival rate of sheep is also declining year by year. The forage in the photovoltaic station brings new opportunities to the animal husbandry industry in Qinghai province. At the end of 2015, 600 sheep settled in the photovoltaic station, and so far there are 2,000 sheep in the photovoltaic station. In order to allow the sheep to move better, the height of the solar panels from the ground has been raised from 50 centimeters to 1.2 meters. The flock size is not very large. This is to prevent the phenomenon of overgrazing. At the same time, Huanghe Hydropower Development Company implements a zonal grazing plan to allow the ecological environment of photovoltaic stations to develop in a balanced manner. For the weeds that the flocks did not eat, the photovoltaic station arranged for personnel to manually cut them to prevent fires. In the photovoltaic power station area, in addition to being photovoltaic shepherds, herdsmen can also increase their income by cleaning photovoltaic modules and mowing grass. Talaton's photovoltaic power station not only provides clean energy, but also attracts herdsmen to return, and also improves the ecological environment of the Gobi Desert, which can be said to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. The current Talaton not only has an average annual power generation of 80 million kilowatt-hours, but also reduced the wind speed in the station area by 50%, reduced soil water evaporation by 30%, restored vegetation coverage to 80%, and curbed land desertification. Now the annual pasture output of the photovoltaic power station has reached 110,000 tons, and the number of photovoltaic sheep in stock has reached more than 20,000. In this regard, the United Nations also stated that China has created a new world miracle and solved a world-class disaster. In 2022, the number of patent applications for photovoltaic power generation in China has reached 82% of the world, and the production capacity of photovoltaic power generation panels accounts for about 70% of the world. And in 2022, the annual installed capacity of photovoltaic power generation in China will be 450 million kilowatts, which is equivalent to the installed power of 23 gorgeous hydropower stations. Despite this, foreign environmental protection agencies are still pointing fingers at China, saying that China's environmental protection is not strong enough. However, after seeing China's achievements, many foreign media gave thumbs up one after another, praising, "To do great things depends on China." In the research and development of photovoltaic power generation panels, China has invested a lot of money. The current power generation efficiency is 5 times that of 10 years ago, and the cost has been reduced by 90%. In the future, more photovoltaic power plants will appear in China's deserts. The comprehensive combination of technology, agriculture, environmental protection and sand control can turn the Gobi into fertile land and sand into gold. Photovoltaic is of strategic significance to China. China's primary energy per capita is not high, 70% of oil needs to be imported, and energy security is a strategic task. China has a vast territory, and there is a large area of Gobi wasteland in the west, most of which are in the temperate zone with suitable sunshine. If China has the world's largest and most advanced photovoltaic industry, it is equivalent to having an inexhaustible large oil field today. According to reports from authoritative organizations, it is estimated that by 2050, the total installed capacity of photovoltaic power generation in China will reach 5,000 gigawatts, or 5 billion kilowatts, which is equivalent to twice the installed capacity of power generation in China today, and will become China's largest energy source, accounting for about 50% of the country's electricity consumption at that time. 40% of the total. It can be said that China's energy security, China's development of carbon peaking and carbon neutrality, the hope is placed on photovoltaic. Today, photovoltaic power generation has penetrated into all aspects of production and life, continuously injecting green and new kinetic energy into high-quality economic development. In the future, China's photovoltaic industry will further realize industrial upgrading and develop in the direction of high efficiency, high quality, low cost, and green manufacturing. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. See you next time.